Hey, what is up, everybody? I'm here to give you my WWE Smackdown review for December 10th, 2015. And I know I'm late doing the review, but I didn't get a chance to watch the show because I was busy doing other things. So I'm going to take the time now to review it. Um, and SmackDown, I don't know how good it's going to be because lately it hasn't been that good, but maybe it'll be good this week since they're building to TLC, but Raw wasn't good, so yeah. But there is a segment I'm excited to see. It's the contract signing between Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose. Um, I hope that delivers, and I think it will. It would have been nicer if they had done this on Raw because more people would see it, and it would have been a better way to build up the feud than what they did do on Raw. And I just think it would have been better but they didn't do it that way. It would have been better if they did this on Raw, but whatever. I'm not really sure what else happens on SmackDown, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Um, the Massasoit Wrestling Corner is in the works of being uploaded. I don't have the footage on me to upload it. Ken Tut does, so when he gets a chance, he uploads it. I'm trying to get him to upload it before TLC this Sunday. Um, so yeah, let's do this. So let me get to the review. I'm going to do what I normally do as it goes to commercial. I will come back and get my thoughts on the show piece by piece into small videos and combine them all into a big video. So I'll be back once something happens. Okay, so I know I'm late as hell on this video, but I started recording this video at my dad's house, but then I got busy doing other things, so I didn't have time to sit down and really watch SmackDown, so I'm doing it now. So we had, and I know TLC is on right now, so I'm just gonna watch this and watch TLC and you know the rest. But we had Booker T, Rich Brennan, and Jerry the Kinlaw on commentary, and it actually kicked off with a match. Don't really see that often because WWE usually likes to kick off with the promo segment, but it actually kicked off with a match. Roman Reigns with the Usos and Dean Ambrose ringside versus Alberto Del Rio with Rusev, Ken Barrett, and Sheamus ringside. And it was a really good opening matchup. I really enjoyed it. Del Rio dominated a lot of the match, and then he threw Reigns outside the ring, and Sheamus got in his face. Reigns threw Del Rio outside the ring, and then Reigns got in Sheamus' face, and then Del Rio used the distraction, threw Reigns into the steps, and then Del Rio dominated the match for a while, and then Del Rio had Reigns in the cross arm breaker over the ropes, but Reigns powered out of it, put him on the turnbuckle and punched him off, and then he started to make his comeback. Then Del Rio hit the backstabber, but Reigns kicked out of it, and then Reigns went to finish him off, but Sheamus got on the apron and he tried to knock him down, but Sheamus got on the apron, and then Reigns hit the Superman punch on Del Rio, but Sheamus, Rusev, and Barrett pull him out, and then everybody just starts fighting, and the match breaks down into chaos, so nobody wins, and everyone just starts fighting, and Reigns, the Usos, and Ambrose fight off the League of Nations, and then Rusev tries to come back, but he gets Superman punched by Reigns, and then that was it. I thought it was a nice way to start off the show, and really good stuff. Next was a match between Tyler Breeze with Summer Rae ringside versus Dolph Ziggler. Solid matchup here. This was probably the weakest match out of the three they had, though. Tyler Breeze works over the knee of Ziggler for a while, and then eventually Ziggler hits a super kick and wins. I didn't really agree with this. I think Tyler Breeze should have gone over in this feud. He's probably just going to fall like all the other NXT guys they put up from the main roster, which is a shame. But yeah, I didn't agree with this, but the match wasn't bad. It was actually a solid match, but the weakest out of the three they had. Okay, so next the New Day came out, and Kofi Kingston was the only one wearing the unicorn on his head, so it looked really weird. They talk about how LeBron James got a lifetime endorsement with Skechers, and they did some comedy spots with that, and they were talking about too how Kofi Kingston can promote Skechers, and he says he's actually wearing Skechers, and he says Skechers runs with the power of positivity. what else did they say? They said something else. They asked what their endorsement is, because they have to defend the WWE Tag Team titles against the Lucha Dragons and the Usos, um, for, at TLC, and they don't get nothing. And they say that they're gonna forget about Booty James and the Luchi Dragons. I forget what they use to insult them, and the Usos are going to sit back at the kids' table when they beat them at TLC. I thought they cut a great promo. And then Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods with Big E in their corner had a match with the Lucha Dragons. I actually kind of shocked because normally Xavier Woods doesn't wrestle when they have tag matches, so I thought that was cool. And the match was good. I thought it was a nice, solid match. And Big E kept trying to play the trombone ringside. And anytime he tried to play, he couldn't figure out how to work it, so I thought that was really hilarious. And then eventually, Kalisto beats Xavier Woods with the Salida del Sol. This was fine because I think they wanna the Lucha Dragons are kind of like the underdogs. No one really expects them to go over this Sunday at Survivor Series. They're pretty much the wild card in the match, so I think they're trying to give them some momentum. So I was fine with this. Good match.
Did you guys know that Roman Reigns played professional football with the Minnesota Vikings and Jacksonville Jaguars prior to his WWE career? And you would know that if you watch the WWE 24 thing with Roman Reigns. Okay, so we got the contract signing for the Intercontinental Championship match. And Dean Ambrose comes out. And this whole thing, by the way, is being hosted by Michael Cole, which I thought was a waste to kind of fly him in. They could easily just had Lawler hosted or Rich Brennan or somebody. But I mean, Michael Cole was fine, I guess, to host. He didn't really do anything, so what was the point? And they have Kevin Owens' attorney out there. I think they said his name was Matthew Douglas. For some reason, he kind of reminded me of Justin Roberts. I don't know why, it's just me. And he says pretty much that he's going to be there because Kevin Owens doesn't feel like this is a safe working environment, which is true. And he says that since he's there, it's still going to count as Kevin Owens signed the contract if his attorney does. So his attorney signs it. Dean Ambrose says he's disappointed because he was expecting this to go down as like a typical contract signing where they would exchange some words and then fight it out at the end. So then Dean Ambrose goes to sign the contract. And then Kevin Owens attacks him from behind, throws him into the barricade, and he goes to throw him into the barricade again, but Owens reverses it and throws him into the steps. And then they get back in the ring, and Owens throws his attorney into Ambrose, and he ends up sucker punching him. And then Ambrose hits the dirty deeds on him and signs the contract, and then that was it. It was fine. I have a few problems with it, though. The first problem is the commentators were hyping this up like this is like a TLC match or like a ladder match, but the last I heard, I don't think it is, because I remember that it was just like gonna be like a regular one-on-one matchup. So I don't know why they were hyping it up like it was anything else, unless, like I said, but I can't look it up because if I do, I'll get spoiled for TLC. But I don't think it's a ladder match. But I'll probably see once I get to TLC. I kind of was mad that they did this because I really wanted to see Ambrose and Owens go back and forth on the mic, so I was kind of mad because I think they could. I mean, if those two could just go at it back and forth on the mic, it'd be gold. I don't know why they won't do that because that feud could have been something special. And the third problem is the corny jokes that Jerry the King Lawler was making. Like when his lawyer got laid out, he said, "You better call Saul." And if you're a Breaking Bad fan, you know exactly what that means. But those were just a few problems. But overall, I thought the segment was fine. I was just disappointed with it because I really wanted to see Owens and Ambrose exchange blows on the mic, exchange words on the mic, because that would have been awesome. But it didn't happen. So, whatever. Okay, so we get Ryback versus the Ascension with Rusev and Lana on commentary, and Ryback completely squashes him and hits a shell shock on Victor for the win, and that was pretty much it. Okay, so Becky Lynch and Paige had a match. To be honest with you, I kind of zoned out during this match. I just did. And Charlotte comes out during the match when they're both on the floor, and she acted really heelish here. So I don't know who the heel is because I know people distract people during each other's matches anyways, but the way Charlotte was acting was heel. And it didn't even distract Paige at first, it distracted Becky. So Paige goes for the rampage, and Becky Lynch gets her in the disarmer, and Paige taps out. The one that is having the title match, well, probably either already had it, but the one that was gonna have the title match on Sunday is the one that's losing. The number one contender to the Divas Championship. Doesn't make any sense. And I still don't know who the heel is. I don't know who the face is, but yeah, whatever. I didn't really pay much attention, so who really cares? I'm just kind of clocking out of SmackDown at this point. Okay, so then we had the main event. It was the League of Nations versus Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and the Usos. Wasn't a bad main event. It was just kind of one of those typical SmackDown main events, but whatever. I mean, that's kind of what it was. I've actually wanted to see this match for a while, and it disappointed me. Um, the heels get the heat on one of the Usos for a while, and then the Ambrose gets the hard tag. They get the heat on him, and then Reigns gets the hard tag and beats Rusev with a spear. I kind of zoned out towards the end. And overall, SmackDown I thought was average this week. I was actually originally going to say that it was actually a decent show, but he had a lot of misbooking decisions, like Tyler Breeze losing this feud with Ziggler that could have put him on the map, and you actually could have just done this match at the pay-per-view instead. Ryback just jobbing out the Ascension again. I didn't care for that. What else? Yeah, just an average show. The contract signing I was disappointed with because I expected that a lot more from that. There was some good things on it though. Actually, I'll give it that. It did kick off with the match, which I liked. Um, but I think pretty much they just kind of clocked out because they already have the pay-per-view set, so they're not really trying to get any buy rates anymore. So that's pretty much it, guys. You can click down on the channel below to subscribe, and I'm gonna go watch TLC now, which this show actually didn't even make me look forward to that. You know. So bye.